This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
Right, so thank you to those of you who's been sending me the link to the Boxing Voice where Jay Jimenez, the manager of Luis Ortiz, has just been live on air with. Now, first of all, if we can go back to the original statement of Jay Jimenez, he's saying that Eddie Hearn put in a low ball offer and he was informed by the promoter that it's a low ball offer and all this kind of thing. We won't accept low balls and whatever else. And he's saying that Luis Ortiz really wants his title fight. Now, if you guys remember within this video, I'm looking at this and I'm saying, well, who's the promoter? He can only be talking about Eddie Hearn. So Eddie Hearn has told you that this is a gimmick, that this is a lie. Because as far as to my knowledge, Al Heyman and the PBC, they're not a promotional company. And I'm unaware of any other kind of promoter that Luis Ortiz has. So naturally, I said Eddie Hearn. So for that part, I'm going to have to apologize to Jay Jimenez because I thought that clearly he's lying. Now, within this interview, and I'll put a link to the description box, he did say that he overreacted with the low ball because he believed what the promoter said. Whoever this promoter is, no idea. I have a feeling, and it's just a feeling, that's Al Heyman's right-hand man. It's Stephen Smith, I think his name is. But again, I could be way off. We know that it's not Lou DiBella because Lou DiBella said a few days ago that he doesn't promote Luis Ortiz. So it's not him. So no idea. It's a stab in the dark, Stephen Smith. But regardless, he said that he overreacted to it and he was almost blaming the promoter for the fallout, saying that this whole thing, this fight with Anthony Joshua fell apart because of us, our team, his promoter, because they trusted the promoter to get a deal done. Because when an offer came through, Luis Ortiz and Jay Jimenez, they were pretty much saying that, we don't really care what the money is. It's a title shot. Let's do it. If anybody's at a disadvantage in this fight, it's going to be Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua has been preparing for an orthodox fighter and the style of Big Baby Jarrell Miller. Luis Ortiz, who is a southpaw, is totally different to what Joshua's been training for. Luis Ortiz is used to training for orthodox fighters. And as Jay Jimenez says right there, is exactly the same thing that I was saying. In fact, Jay Jimenez backed up pretty much everything that I said in that video before, or those videos before, about Luis Ortiz, the fact that this is a momentous amount of money, even if it is 5 million. It's a momentous amount of money, it's life-changing, but it seems that somebody within their team was being greedy. Somebody, whoever it was saying to Luis Ortiz and Jay Jimenez, don't worry about it, I'll get you more money. There's an open checkbook with Eddie Hearn. He's got all this money from DAZN. We'll get X amount. Don't worry about it, leave it with us. Well, clearly there was a line that Eddie Hearn wasn't willing to cross. So he pulled the plug on it as such. But also Eddie Hearn did say that the door is still open if they want to negotiate, but they're going to have to move because as far as that we're hearing, an Anthony Joshua fight with an opponent is set to be announced today or tomorrow. So they're really going to have to get a move on if they want this. So big up to Jay Jimenez for going on to the Boxing Voice and not just putting out an article that can be misread, but for the fact that he did say that this is our fault. This is not Team Joshua's fault. Okay, he's offered Luis Ortiz a fight. If anything, this is an easier fight for Luis Ortiz against Anthony Joshua than what it was for Luis Ortiz against Deontay Wilder. Because Deontay Wilder had been training for Luis Ortiz. Because remember, he had a failed camp before when Luis Ortiz failed with the PED thing, before not putting the high blood pressure medication on the form. So he'd already been in training with Luis Ortiz. He's already had it in his mind for a long time that he's going to be fighting Luis Ortiz. So he's been training for Luis Ortiz, the southpaw. This is a new thing for Joshua because he wasn't expecting to be fighting Luis Ortiz on June the 1st. He was expecting to be fighting Big Baby Jarrell Miller. And again, Jay Jimenez, for all you haters out there who were coming on to me saying Luis Ortiz was only getting 5 weeks, 5 weeks isn't enough notice, blah, blah, blah. Well, first of all, it was 6.5 weeks when the offers first came through, but Luis Ortiz only had 5 weeks to train for Deontay Wilder. And as Jay Jimenez said, exactly what I said, that Luis Ortiz only had 5 weeks to train for Wilder. And look what he done to Wilder. So, again, I don't really want to be blowing my own trumpet, but everything that I said, Jay Jimenez backed up. Everything. But again, we don't know who the promoter is. So the only real point that I did get wrong was that I thought he was pointing the finger at Eddie Hearn, saying that Eddie Hearn told him it was a gimmick. That's what I thought he said. So that's the only kind of point that I got wrong. So as I said, I do apologise to Jay Jimenez. But hopefully they can get this fight over the line. He's saying that the money's not that important, but it seems to be important for whoever the promoter is. It's the promoter. Obviously, the promoter is going to get a slice of this anyway, so they're being greedy is what they're doing. But anyway, so I'll put a link to it in the description box. You drop your thoughts below about it, click thumbs up, and of course subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.